Hi everybody, this is Raina Terrell and this is my YouTube channel, How Raina Terrell Sees It. I'm coming with you with a pretty serious video today, so if you are triggered, please don't watch this video. Last night I watched a new episode of Vice TV's Dark Side of the Ring, which was about the infamous plane ride from hell in May 2002. For those who are unfamiliar with the incident, allow me to give a brief summary. After WWE had a successful European tour, their private plane was scheduled to take off from London to the United States. However, inclement weather at its destination forced the plane to be delayed for 7 hours. To make matters worse, plenty of alcohol and some drugs supplied by the talent were available to its talent and staff. After the plane finally took off, for lack of a better term, all hell broke loose. Pranks were abound. Because of that, Brock Lesnar and the late Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig ended up in a near disastrous tussle. Goldust tried to serenade his ex-wife, Terry Runnels, much to her chagrin. But what stood out the most and what was the most talked about was Ric Flair's behavior. He wore only a robe and exposed himself to a flight attendant by the name of Heidi Doyle. He even went so far as to block her path and force her to touch his genitals. Disgusting. But what's even more disgusting were the comments made from then WWE talent Tommy Dreamer. This is what he said. Ric Flair's not going to try to impose by force any SE actual stuff onto anybody. He's just flaunting, styling, and profiling, doing the Ric Flair stuff where everybody's going to laugh about it. But obviously, someone took offense to it. Y'all, it gets worse. After Heidi Doyle took action against WWE, she and her family agreed to a settlement to avoid further scrutiny from the public. Dreamer said, if that's how she felt, maybe she should have not taken a payout and went to the fullest extent of the law to then truly put this heinous person in jail. My opinion. This last statement really takes the cake. He said, I feel this is trying to portray someone as an sexual predator, and it's not. It's a joke. It's a gag. And today, 1000% inappropriate. My hairstyle is inappropriate right now. I am somehow offending someone right now with my double ponytail. How dare I have 2 ponytails? And my answer is, I'm 50 years old. I'm happy I have hair. But if you're asking me, I've hung out with Ric Flair. I've never seen him try to force his will against anybody. Oh my goodness. First of all, comparing your hairstyle to actual harassment and assault? Really? These statements are just highly inappropriate, and it gives no sympathy to what Mrs. Doyle went through. Impact Wrestling, where Tommy Dreamer is currently employed, has suspended him indefinitely for his comments. I'm glad Impact did the right thing because his comments should be taken seriously. It surprises me that even after the Me Too movement in Hollywood and the speaking out movement in professional wrestling, that Dreamer thought his comments would fly in 2021. These comments should be taken seriously because it's one of the reasons why a lot of actual assault and harassment victims never come forward. They are afraid of not being taken seriously nor believed. They're afraid of the scrutiny and backlash they may face when they are taking action, especially when it's against a beloved and a respected public figure like Ric Flair. It's bad enough that they go through the trauma, shame, and unwarranted guilt. They also go through emotional and mental issues such as depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. Victims and survivors should be taken more seriously for what they have gone through. I believe Mrs. Doyle should have been shown a lot more compassion in this matter. She was on that plane to earn a living for herself and her family. She should not have endured such abuse. Now, she has to live with that trauma for the rest of her life. I pray that she heals from it. So no, Mr. Dreamer, what Ric Flair did to Mrs. Doyle was not a joke. It was assault and harassment, plain and simple. I don't care how many championships he's won. I don't care about his on-camera persona. Flair needed to be held accountable then, and he needs to be held accountable now. I sincerely hope Tommy Dreamer's suspension will make him think about what he said. Sexual assault and harassment are never a joke. It doesn't matter if it took place at the Old Boys Network. The days of boys will be boys are over. As public figures are being held accountable for their vile behavior, like Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly, the consciousness of the industry's gatekeepers need to change. Wrestlers, I don't care how big you are. You need to treat people with respect and dignity. If y'all can't do that, then y'all shouldn't have the privilege to entertain us. Like music and film, I want to enjoy pro wrestling, knowing that those who are engaging in bad behavior are being held accountable. Thank you for watching. Be blessed.